Present day 2024. Dushanbe, Tajikistan. You're staring at your own face on a Taliban social media post. Your hands shake. Not from cold, though the broken heater hasn't worked in months. From recognition. After 40 years of war, you finally see yourself clearly. Rashid Khan, former warlord, American collaborator, wanted dead or alive. Reward, $50,000. You're 56 but look 70, gray beard, missing teeth, scars mapping 40 years across your face and arms. You live on $200 monthly UN assistance in a concrete apartment. Your wife and 3 children are in Germany. You're stuck here. Alone. Waiting. The encrypted message arrived yesterday from Kabul. Rashid. Your nephew Zahir joined Taliban. Commander already. He posted this. My uncle Rashid Khan is traitor. For 20 years he worked with American crusaders. He grew rich while Afghanistan bled. Our family is dishonored. I will restore our honor. He will face justice. This I swear before Allah. You read it twice. Said. The infant you held when his mother died. The boy you raised for 28 years while fighting 3 wars. The son you gave everything to. He wants you dead. The irony cuts deeper than any shrapnel. 1984, you were 16, hunting Soviet collaborators with the same righteous fury. Now your nephew hunts you with your own hatred, your own words, your own conviction. 40 years. The wheel turns. The hunter becomes the hunted. The cycle completes. You close the laptop, walk to the window. Snow outside. Tajikistan winter. Cold like your life. You think back to the beginning when you were just a boy, when the war started, when everything began. Age 16, 1984. 1984, Herat, Afghanistan. Soviet occupation, 5th year. Soviets invaded December 1979 to prop up communist puppet government, stop the Mujahideen, Islamic resistance fighters. You're 16, Rashid Khan, a student who speaks Russian, learned in government schools, Soviet curriculum, mandatory. You hate the Soviets. They killed your father 1982, suspected Mujahideen sympathizer, shot in street, no trial, no evidence, just suspicion and death. Your family, mother, 2 younger sisters, ages 14 and 12, living with your uncle's family now. You're the man of the family at 16. You need to provide, protect. But how? The city is occupied, Soviet soldiers everywhere, checkpoints, raids, fear. The Mujahideen approach you at bazaar. Older Pashtun man, beard, turban, quiet voice. You speak Russian. We know. We need translator. We pay 200 Afghanis monthly. That's 10 times what you could make legally. But it's dangerous. If Soviets catch you translating for Mujahideen, they execute you. You accept anyway. Your father died fighting them. This is your war now. Rank 1. Mujahideen translator age 16 to 21, 1984 to 1989, your job. Translate captured Soviet documents, intercepted radio communications, interrogate captured Soviet soldiers. You work in safe houses in Herat, moving locations weekly. The CIA funds the Mujahideen billions of dollars in weapons, training, money. Operation Cyclone, the largest covert operation in CIA history. You're part of it. Age 18, 1986, you're present during a captured Soviet officer interrogation. He's 23, conscript from Ukraine, terrified. Your Mujahideen commander tortures him for information, fingernails pulled, beatings, waterboarding. You translate his screams. He gives up convoy routes, base locations, troop numbers. Then they execute him. You're 18 and complicit in torture and murder. But this is jihad. This is liberation. This is war. February 1989, Soviets withdraw from Afghanistan. 10 years of occupation, 15,000 Soviet soldiers dead, 1 million plus Afghans dead. The Mujahideen won. You're 21, a veteran of 5 years of war. You think it's over. Peace finally. You're wrong. The worst is yet to come. Age 21 to 27, 1989 to 1995. Soviets withdraw, but their puppet government remains. The Mujahideen factions united against Soviets now turn on each other. Pashtun versus Tajiks versus Hazaras. Islamists versus moderates. Warlords versus warlords. Afghanistan bleeds. You join Northern Alliance Commander Ahmad Shah Massoud. Herat becomes a battlefield, rocket attacks flatten neighborhoods, ethnic massacres empty villages, executions happen at roadside checkpoints. No rules. Only survival. April 1994. Your brother Ahmad is fighting in western Herat. You're 3 kilometers away when the rocket strikes his position. Direct hit. When you reach him, there's nothing to recover. Just scorched earth and blood. He's 32. He leaves behind his pregnant wife Farida and their future. 6 months later, October 1994. Farida goes into labor in a war-torn hospital. No electricity, no medicine, no trained doctors. She hemorrhages. Dies giving birth. The baby survives. A boy. She named him Zahir before dying. The visible one. The one who would carry on. You're 26 years old. Holding your newborn nephew in a hospital that smells of death and diesel. Your brother is gone. His wife is gone. This infant is all that remains of Ahmad's life. You make a promise over his mother's body. I will raise you. I will protect you. You are my son now. For the next 28 years, you keep that promise. Through Taliban takeover, through Northern Alliance resistance, through U.S. invasion, through everything. Zahir grows up calling you uncle, but you are his father in every way that matters. Until 2023. Until he joins the men you spent 20 years fighting. Until he decides you're the enemy. Age 26 to 33, 1994 to 2001, 1994 to 1996, Taliban emerges from Pakistani madrasas, religious schools. Ultra-conservative Islamist movement, Pashtun-dominated, Pakistan ISI-backed. They promise peace, Sharia law, end to warlord chaos. They sweep across Afghanistan, taking Kabul September 1996. Impose brutal rule, women forbidden from work/school, music banned, stonings, amputations, public executions. Your Northern Alliance commander in Herat by now, fighting Taliban. Age 28, 1996, you lose Herat to Taliban forces. Brutal battle, hundreds dead, you retreat north to Tajikistan border with Northern Alliance remnants. You're raising Zahir, now age 2, in war zones, refugee camps, temporary bases. He grows up knowing only war. 1996 to 2001, stalemate. Taliban controls 90% of Afghanistan. Northern Alliance holds 10%, Panjshir Valley and Northern Territories. You're in mountains, guerrilla warfare, occasional skirmishes. 5 years of Cold War. Then September 11, 2001 changes everything. Age 33, October 2001, September 11, 2001, Al-Qaeda, based in Taliban, Afghanistan, attacks America. October 7, 2001, U.S. invades Afghanistan. Operation Enduring Freedom. The U.S. allies with Northern Alliance to overthrow Taliban. You're 33, veteran of 17 years of war, fluent Russian and Dari, no Herat inside out. CIA recruits you. Immediately. Your job. Interpreter, intelligence source, local liaison. You guide U.S. Special Forces through Herat province, identify Taliban positions, translate interrogations, coordinate with Northern Alliance commanders. November 2001, Taliban collapses. December 2001, they flee to Pakistan. Afghanistan is liberated again. You're a hero. Americans pay you $2,000 monthly fortune in Afghanistan. Zahir is 7 years old. You enroll him in school, now allowed under new government. You tell him, the Taliban are defeated. America brought freedom. You can have education, future, peace. He believes you. He's 7. He doesn't understand yet. Age 34 to 43, 2002 to 2011, 2002 to 2011, you rise to power under U.S. occupation. Americans need local allies to control provinces. You're appointed Herat security chief, then provincial militia commander. You command 500 fighters, receive U.S. funding/weapons, control territory, collect taxes, extortion, run checkpoints. You're a warlord. Official title, government security contractor. Reality, armed strongman. You're wealthy now, $10,000 monthly from various sources, U.S. contracts, local business, protection, smuggling tolls. You buy a compound in Herat, armored vehicles, marry, wife from local prominent family, have 3 children, 2003, 2005, 2007. Zahir is growing up, you pay for private school, tutors, everything. He's becoming a young man, smart, educated, speaking English. But the Taliban are returning. 2006 onwards, insurgency intensifies. Roadside bombs, suicide attacks, assassinations. U.S. troops are dying. Afghan government is corrupt. People are disillusioned. Zahir, now 16, 2010, asks you, "Uncle, why are Americans still here? Why is Afghanistan not free? You said Taliban were defeated." You don't have good answers. Age 44 to 53, 2012 to 2021, 2012 to 2021, Afghanistan deteriorates. U.S. begins withdrawal process. Taliban gains ground yearly. Your militia fights them, loses men, territory shrinks. U.S. funding decreases. Afghan government is incompetent, corrupt, paying ghost soldiers. Everyone knows it's collapsing. August 15, 2021, Kabul falls to Taliban. 20 years of U.S. occupation ends. Afghan government evaporates overnight. President Ghani flees with cash-filled helicopters. Your militia dissolves, fighters join Taliban or flee. You're 53, a marked man. Taliban knows your name, your face, your history, 20 years working for Americans, warlord, tortured Taliban prisoners, killed their commanders. August 2021, you flee Afghanistan with immediate family, wife, 3 children, Zahir, now 27, married, has infant daughter. You reach Tajikistan. Apply for refugee status. UN processes you slowly. You live in refugee camp. Your wife and children are eventually resettled to Germany, 2022, through UN program. You're stuck in Tajikistan, visa issues, background checks, bureaucracy. Zahir stays in Afghanistan. He's 27, has family, job, life. He assures you, "Uncle, I'll be fine. Taliban won't touch me. I'm civilian." You believe him. You're wrong. Age 54 to 56, 2022 to 2024, your family reaches Germany March 2022. Your wife calls weekly at first, then monthly, then occasionally. The calls grow shorter. They have new lives now, German language classes, job training, your children in school learning to forget Dari. You're the past. A ghost calling from Tajikistan. Zahir stays in Kabul. Age 27, married, infant daughter. He messages you regularly at first. "Uncle, how are you? When will you come to Germany?" You tell him you're working on it. Visa delays. Background checks. Soon, you lie. Soon. 2022 becomes 2023. Messages from Zahir grow colder. "Uncle, Kabul is starving. Taliban government has no money. No jobs. No future. You fled to comfort. We live in your rubble." You try to explain, "Zahir, I gave you everything. Education. Safety. I raised you as my son." He responds, "You raised me to worship Americans. To betray my country. That's not love. That's colonization." March 2023, Zahir stops messaging. Complete silence. You panic. Check Taliban's social media obsessively. Then you see it, video of new Taliban commanders being sworn in. And there he is. Zahir, 29 years old. Beard grown long. Black turban. Kalashnikov across his chest. Taking oath to Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. The video continues. Zahir speaks to camera. "I am Commander Zahir Ahmad Khan. My father Ahmad was shaheed fighting for Afghanistan. My uncle Rashid Khan betrayed my father's sacrifice. For 20 years he worked with American occupiers. He grew rich, $10,000 monthly, while Afghan children starved. He dishonored my father. He dishonored our family. He dishonored Islam. I swear before Allah, I will find him. He will answer for his treason." You watch it 7 times. Each time hoping you misheard. Each time the words cut deeper. The boy you held as an infant. The child you raised through 3 wars. The son you protected with your life. He just declared war on you. The Taliban posts your face the next day. $50,000 reward. Former warlord. American collaborator. Wanted for crimes against Afghan people. The post includes photos of your compound in Herat, now occupied by Taliban. Photos of you with U.S. military officers. Photos of the weapons you distributed. Every photograph is evidence. Every photograph is Zahir's research. He's not just hunting you. He studied you, planned for you. This isn't rage. This is methodical. This is personal. This is 40 years of war coming home. Present day 2024. You close the laptop. Stand at the window. Tajikistan's snow falling. You're 56 years old. 40 years of war behind you. How many men did you kill? You stopped counting after Northern Alliance. Dozens? Hundreds? Soviet soldiers, Taliban fighters, civil war casualties. All in the name of Afghanistan. All for nothing. The mathematics of your life. Father * killed by Soviets, 1982. Brother Ahmad * killed in Civil War, 1994. Sister-in-law Farida * died giving birth to Zahir, 1994. Zahir * raised by you, 1994 to 2021. Now hunting you, 2023 present. Your wife and children * in Germany, becoming strangers. You * alone in Tajikistan, $50,000 bounty, waiting to die 40 years. 3 wars. You fought. 1. Soviets, 1984 to 1989. You were the resistance to. Civil War, 1989 to 1996. You were the faction 3. Taliban, 1996 to 2021. You were the collaborator, and now the 4th war has found you. Your nephew, 2023 present. You are the enemy. You walk to your bed. Under the pillow, a Makarov pistol. Russian. Ironic. Bought from Tajik black market for $300. 8 rounds. You check it nightly. Not to fight, you're done fighting. To choose how you die. If Zahir comes, or Taliban, or bounty hunters. You won't be taken alive. You won't be paraded. You won't give them the satisfaction. You think about what you'd say to Zahir if you could. Maybe, I'm sorry. But for what? For raising him? For keeping him alive through wars? For giving him education? For working with Americans who promised democracy? What should you apologize for? Surviving? Adapting? Choosing the winning side until there was no winning side? Or maybe you'd say, you're right. Because he is. You did collaborate. First with CIA against Soviets. Then with Americans against Taliban. You took their money. Built a compound. Became a warlord. Got rich while Afghanistan bled. You're guilty of everything he accuses you of. But so is he. He's a Taliban commander now. They execute women for adultery. They ban girls from school. They harbor terrorists. They're funded by Pakistani ISI and opium money. He's guilty too. But he doesn't see it. Just like you didn't see it at 16. Just like your father didn't see it. Just like Afghanistan never sees it. The war doesn't end. It just changes uniforms. Changes sides. Changes generations. You fought Soviets. Zahir fights Americans. His son will fight someone else. The cycle eternal. The curse eternal. Outside the snow falls. But pure. Covering everything. Like it covers bodies in mountain passes. Like it covered Soviet tanks in 1989. Like it covers mass graves from Civil War. Like it will cover you when Zahir finds you. You're 56 years old. 40 years of war. And you're still in it. Still running. Still hunted. The war never ended. It just followed you across the border. Into exile. Into this concrete apartment. Into your nephew's righteous fury. This is Afghanistan. Not politics. Not ideology. Not freedom versus tyranny. Just 40 years of fathers dying and sons taking up the fight and becoming their fathers and dying and their sons taking up the fight. Forever. Eternal. Inescapable. You fought 3 wars for Afghanistan. Now Afghanistan's next generation fights you. Zahir believes he's fighting for honor. Just like you believed. Just like everyone believes. Until they're 56 and alone and dying and realize, there is no honor. There is no victory. There is only war. And the war never ends. The snow keeps falling. You keep waiting. Zahir keeps hunting. The cycle keeps turning. 40 years. 3 wars. Same country. Same blood. Different sides. The end is the beginning is the end. The end.